need to go and win another Super Bowl. I've been on Super Bowl winning teams. We have enough talent to make a run at this thing, and I think everybody knows that. All we got to do is just be at our best, and that's what we were not for 4 quarters. I mean, there wasn't a single quarter that where it was like, oh yeah, we outplayed them, we got them on that. No, they were out there. They had a little bit more idea of what we were doing, and they were fundamentally more sound in a lot of different areas.
Yeah,
I put that on myself. To be more fun, to harp on the fundamentals throughout practice, make sure I'm getting out there and I'm running around. I'm not just going through the plays, make sure I'm focused, make sure I get the timing down with the quarterback so that, we're on time for Pat, and Pat can be confident in throwing the football where it needs to go. A lot of this is just, it's very fixable. And I got all the faith in the world in this team. I focus on the offensive side. But I got all the faith in the world in Spags and that defense to get it right as well.
Well, Andy had a similar message to rookies and newcomers, and really the whole team, I'm sure. You got to dig in. This should hurt. You spend a lot of time and effort preparing for these games as coaches and players. You have to figure out these problems and work to solve them. You can't just say everything's going to be okay. That's how this works. You have to check the ego at the door and do some self-eval, which I think he's clearly saying, similar to what you're saying, is, listen, we've been close to losing some games for the last couple weeks. And now we finally have lost one. It's time to really focus on what we need to get better at.
I don't give a fuck how your body's feeling. I don't give a fuck where your mentality is off the field. When you step in that building, we are here to figure it out. Yeah. And we are here to get better as football players for the football team. I think that is a mentality going forward that everybody has to be a part of, top down. And I think myself included, I got to be the leader that I've been in the past, and hold myself accountable so that everybody sees how it's done, and knowing that we got a lot of new faces and a lot of rookies and whatnot, and sometimes you just need that smack in the face. It is what it is. Sometimes you need a smack in the face to be able to
punch in the mouth.
Yeah, to lock in and know that this is it's a any given Sunday type league. And and not saying that team was just any other team, but I do believe we have better players, and we get another shot at that team. I definitely get excited about it.
Well, Leo Chanel shared that he and his teammates plan to use their first loss as motivation with the 3-word phrase, remember the feeling. Offensive bright spots. Mahomes got the ball to 11 different players. Guard Mike Caliendo caught a sprint out to convert a third down.
This one got me fired up, man.
Oh, yeah?
That one got me fired up, man. Caliendo's one of those guys. He's right now he's number 6 on the O-line. Yeah. So whenever we need a guy, we bring him in.
There you go. I love a little extra O-lineman in the game. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, heavy personnel.
A1 guy, one of the best teammates on the team, guy that just gets after whatever you need, coach. And we put him in a situation where he's just got to feel it out. He's got to feel the area out, and on top of that, be ready for the football at any moment, because Pat is. Yeah. And Pat trusted him. And he put it right on him for a big time third down.
Put it right on his chest. For those of you wondering what this is called, the side view. They call it in sprint out or boot naked action. You have somebody that secures the edge for a second, and then it's his job just kind of be like a last minute kind of safety mechanism for the quarterback to dot him the ball if everybody overplays the naked action like they do. Do you feel like the Chiefs offense is making progress to where you want to be at in January? Of course. I know it wasn't
progress.
The game.
I don't know if progress is the right word. I think obviously there's good games, there's bad games, whether or not you come out victorious or you're winning your one-on-one matchups. How well did we execute the offense? A lot of people like to go into practices and say, did we have a good practice or a bad practice? No, we just had practice.
Right.
We figured out either how not to do it, or we figured out how to do.
Right.
And I think right now we're still figuring out how to run this offense the best, or how to be at our best when the play's called. That every play can't be like the best play possible that the other team has no idea is coming.
Yeah, you're not going to out-scheme them every single time, be wide open.
Sometimes you got to run the ball knowing they know the exact run. Sometimes you gotta make a play in the pass game when they have everybody covered and the ball's in the air. You have to be able to make right. Coach Reed does a great job, and the offensive staff and the defensive staff here in KC does a great job of putting us in positions to have success. But then it's our job to go out there and make that happen. And that's where I put my pride in making sure that no matter what Big Red calls, we make that work.
Yeah.
And I think Pat he's got the ultimate trump card back there and being able to do that. He's done that throughout his entire career. And that's the goal. The goal is to keep trying to make everything that Coach Reed calls, whether it's something that they got to tick on or not, we got to make that happen. And I think that's the direction that we're going for sure.
To what you just said, that's the thing that's made Pat so unique is, I think Andy is as good at dialing up plays as anybody in the NFL. He's going to get you guys in a lot of advantageous situations, but when it isn't the advantageous situation, that's when Pat really is special.